Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We are a nonprofit that uses radio control to get kids excited about math and science. And today we're back in the garage just working on our Slash monster truck, or our Slashpede as some call it. So we just got fed up with the broken plastic drive shafts and we did this. So here is a fully upgraded rear end. We've got the MIP X Duty all steel drive shafts mounted up. We went with RPM A-arms and RPM hub carriers. So that last trip to the BMX track just really it was really disappointing. We were out there for maybe like 2 minutes and snapped another drive shaft. So we're going to make sure that that never happens again. So we've got the X Duties mounted in here. We actually just took off the whole rear assembly, which includes the gearbox here. The thing about the good and bad thing about, well, mostly bad thing about the Slash and Slash, Rustler, and Stampede gearboxes is that everything is attached to this, right? It's the steering arms are attached to the gearbox, and so are the suspension mounts, right? So is the bottom part of the chassis. It's all attached here, which you can see quite nicely. The nice thing about that is you can just remove it as an entire assembly, right? So you can even have a couple of these laying around, which we do, and merely simply swap them in and out, right? It's literally as easy as 4 screws, 2 from the bottom here that go into the chassis, and then 2 in the top that go into the chassis. So putting this whole rear subframe back in is as easy as that. We can just go ahead and slide this in and put in those screws, and the assembly is back in here. And let me just make sure I can get this on camera. It's a little bit tricky here. So we're gonna go ahead and just put in the rear subframe, and this is quite a bit tricky. So we might just go ahead and do this off camera so you don't have to watch us. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and put our shocks back on. Now these are 8th scale front shocks. Front shocks off of an 8th scale OFNA buggy that we had lying around. I believe it was a Hyper 7, which have been working quite nicely. No, that would be the wrong size driver. And don't forget the washer in the back here. Oh, a little bit tricky here. And so we'll go ahead and put these both on. Now, whoop. Some of these screws. Important thing to note here is that the MIPs, if the suspension is fully extended, they will bind. So I've got it fully extended here, and I can't even turn the wheel hex. So we probably don't want to use even the furthest. I can even mock this up here, lining it up with a. I guess we could. I guess for maximum suspension travel, we could go with that last hole here, because even when the suspension is fully extended, it looks like it doesn't bind. So we might go ahead and try that, just because this is our monster truck and we want to get the most suspension travel. So let me find. I might have to break out my manual here, because I think I've gotten some of my screws mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and look at my manual to get the appropriate screw. All right, so we got the subframe back on, the rear subframe, transmission, A-arms, everything. Got our shocks on. Just gonna put on our Proline extended body mounts, which enable us to run our A-scale monster truck bodies, Lexan bodies on top. And get our Proline trenchers bolted back on, and we're going to go back out of here. So thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of this video, and we'll catch you next time.